sous la base in the court of Fontaine and have a rest. Nadia said something about having a place ready for us there. Didn't she? Come on, let's go! Hey, you know where we haven't been in the longest time? One Mean Restaurant! Paimon suddenly has a craving for food that makes you feel like your mouth's on fire. Can we go to One Mean Restaurant, please? Yep, there's the room, and it's empty and wait. Now that the serial disappearances case has been solved, no one's going to come after us for it. Why don't we stay and rest up here for a while? Even machines of fun. Oh, come on, this place is. Oh, remember that detective story Paimon read before? Well, the author is about to release a new book, so Paimon wanted to buy it as soon as it came out and have a quiet place to read it. Paimon didn't expect that style at all. Even though it's a detective novel, it's... no!
Excuse me, but do you know if the traveler and Paimon...
Huh? Who are you? Paimon did...
A blonde traveler and a chatty little fairy.
Hey, what do you mean by chatty? Paimon's always careful not...
It's an honor to meet you both. I was sent from the Palais Mermonia. Monsieur Neuvillette wishes to see you. It's...
Neuvillette? He wants to see us again already? Huh. We talked...
I am not privy to the details. It would be best if you came to the Palais Mermonia and asked Monsieur...
if...
Now that I've delivered the message...
Thanks! We haven't left the room for a few days, so we'll head over...
One with nature. Time to go.
Huh? Isn't that Charlotte? Who's her friend and what are...
Be pleased with the charity. I read that a gang of criminals tricked the Gardamex by disguising themselves as... I've invested all my savings into graph adverts. I'm begging you like the begging.
I need you to calm down a little. I admire your passion for your research, and I don't mean to dash your hopes, but I'm afraid I'm not joking. The Blubber Beast incident was a short story mailed to us by an anonymous amateur author, written in the style of a true story.
It sounds like they're just as...
Funnily enough, I actually remember being in a meeting where the editing team was debating the potential risk of misleading the public with this story. They even went to Maison, but to our surprise, they fully supported us printing it. They figured that the false intel would be a great way to dupe potential criminals into wearing ridiculous costumes when breaking the law. In truth, Gardamex are extremely sophisticated in their capabilities. They can identify criminals just as reliably as the best human guards, so a crude disguise isn't gonna get you far. If any, since we ran that story, the Maison Gardiennage has made a slew of arrests, including, one phantom blubber beast, a titanic red-crowned finch, so I knew this story had helped out law enforcement. But this is the first time I'm learning of...
Uh-oh. She really sounds like... Hey, Charlotte!
Traveler, Paimon! I was in the area taking some photos for a story when I got to talking to Miss Lapine Paul. She read an article in the Steambird about a criminal who, inspired by this story, she spent a lot of Mora researching. She was hoping I could write an article to spread awareness about image recognition technology. She even paid me for the article and gave me one of her prototype devices before I could get a word in. But unfortunately, it was just a fictional story, and her efforts and aspirations were all in vain. I tried to let her down.
This is a new situation for us, too. It's such a pity. It seems like the author was only trying to make the story interesting, and the Maison Gardiennage only had Fontaine's best interest in mind.
Wait, Miss Lapine Pauline?
I'm gonna pick a fight with a Gardamex. That way, I won't have to repeat.
Whoa, there's no need to go that far. Actually, instead of going into the technicalities of that, how...
200.
Okay, well, escaping to the Fortress of Meripede over a sum like that seems like a last resort.
Not anymore. I used to be an equipment supplier to the Fontaine Research Institute before that blew to pieces. It's not just my savings that are gone. It's my whole future as a graph adversarial technology specialist and my dreams of becoming... my life...
Don't despair, Miss Lapine Pauline. I think I know a way for you to this prototype you've given me, the camera lens for image recognition sample collection. It's really quite something. The rapid focal length adjustment is a very useful function in its own right. It's sure to make many journalists' jobs much easier. In fact, so your research efforts thus far are by no means in vain. The technology you've developed may... Absolutely. I've been working as a journalist for the Steambird for a long time now. So keep calm, take heart, and...
I can't... If this is true, then... Oh, maybe I should consider taking out another loan. That way, I...
Come on! Stop daydreaming about your pipelines for a minute. Just take it one step at a time and see how it goes.
And I can probably speak to some people I know and license my image recognition. There's no time to lose. I need to get to work. Early bird gets the worm.
Can you believe her? Paimon's pretty sure our advice went in one ear and out the other.
It's understandable. When inspiration and passion strike at the same time, it's all too easy to throw yourself headfirst into your work and forget about everyone around you. A lot of journalists are the same way when they're first starting out. But don't you worry. I'm gonna write an article on all this, and I'll be checking in on her regularly. Her research has the potential to benefit the entire journalistic community. I'll give her plenty of input to stop her from going down any rabbit holes, and make sure mass production of her lens can begin as soon as possible.
It's reassuring to know that you'll be looking out for her, Charlotte.
Actually, you know what? Why don't you two take this It takes the right person to get the most out of a new technology. And you're...
Thanks a lot, Charlotte. What a nice surprise! We were just curious about what you guys were talking about.
You're welcome. I got the boundaries between... Yes, that's how I'll phrase it to the...
Time to go. The wind knows me.
Yes, I did send someone to fetch you. But as for what I'd like to discuss next, well, I still have some reservations.
Given that we've already made the trip here, you should just tell us. Bet you need us to help you with something, right?
I do indeed have something I'd like to ask you to do. However, you should wait until after I tell you the details, then decide for yourselves whether you'd like to help or not. The situation... If I'm understanding you correctly, the Snezhnayan Harbinger known as the Knave has essentially requested a diplomatic meeting with you, correct? I heard that she was originally from Fontaine, but for her to suddenly arrive here and abruptly request such a meeting like this, I sincerely advise you to refuse her invitation outright. I'm sure you're aware that her purpose is most likely related to Child's recent predicament. We convicted one of the Snezhnayan Harbingers in a court of law, but we have yet to provide any form of detailed report on the matter. This does indeed provide an opportunity for Snezhnaya to put pressure on us. I believe we should adopt an evasive stance until we can provide a proper explanation and have a preliminary plan on how to deal with the matter.
No, we shouldn't.
Oh?
Well, you see, we are the ones that owe an explanation. If we keep putting off the meeting, it could easily result in the problem escalating, right? It's like a fight between two friends. If they don't agree to see each other and talk in person, isn't it possible that...
Though diplomatic relations between Fontaine and Snezhnaya could be considered as friendly, it is only superficially so. You wouldn't go so far as to say that our
It was just an analogy. An analogy, okay?
Moreover, even if we were to talk in person, if we don't have sufficient information prepared, it is quite possible the result wouldn't be restored relations, but a complete falling out.
I don't think we should overthink those possibilities yet. Even if the... Besides, you'll be at the meeting. If any problems do pop up, you'll have no problem navigating them.
I must clarify that interacting and communicating with people outside of court is not my cup of tea. It seems you think too much of me. But more importantly, When did I agree to join the meeting with you?
You mean you won't come? No, that won't do. I can't go to the meeting alone. You have to accompany me.
Lady Farina, could there be something else regarding this matter that is being kept from me?
No, not at all. Look, I am the Hydro Archon of Fontaine, Focalor, the god of justice who is loved, so I only hope that justice will be served in this matter. Don't overthink it. I'll go find someone to arrange the meeting.
Though it could officially be considered a diplomatic conference, I prefer to see our meeting today as an ordinary tea party. I assume you see it the same way, Miss Farina? Lady Farina?
Yes, that's right. Just like you said, a tea party. I should thank you for providing the pastries. They look delectable. To make this tea party even more...
It's a pleasure to meet you, Monsieur Neuvillette. I was born in Fontaine, so naturally
Hello. The pleasure...
First, I would like to thank the two of you. I'm often away on business outside of Fontaine, and I'm told that the children of the House of the Hearth have been Oh, I'm not referring to when my children, Linny and Lynette, were falsely accused by you. The children of the House of the Hearth are often misunderstood, perhaps due to the reputation of the Fatui. There's no getting around that. All I meant to say is that Fontaine has been stable in recent years. The people are well off and the children lead happy, fulfilled lives. That is something truly...
Now then, you have come regarding the matter of child, correct?
Well, yes. It appears the ever-busy Iudex Neuvillette doesn't wish to waste time with diplomatic pleasantries, and hopes that we can get straight to the point of our talk. Yes, as you surmised, understanding Child, as we are both diplomats from Snezhnaya as well as Fatui Harbingers, Child and I have always been colleagues. Were anything to happen in Fontaine, each of us would serve as the other's attorney to resolve the issue. So now, in my capacity as his attorney, I request that Child be turned over to Snezhnaya. We have...
The rules governing attorneys only apply before a trial has concluded. Since a verdict has already been rendered, we see the case as settled.
An outright refusal. Very well. Okay. You don't need to transfer Child to us. I only request to enter the fortress of Meripede to see Child and confirm his condition. It's not like you couldn't even manage to fulfill a
The fortress of Meripede has always been completely autonomous. Even we have no authority to interfere there, and diplomatic issues do not suffice as an excuse. However, if you absolutely must confirm the situation...
The knave showed up already? Well, Linny did. We didn't even know that Linny was from the House of the Hearth at the time, so we kinda overlooked that information.
Yes, thank you for your kind advice. I'm well aware of the situation. I also noticed that Lady Farina acts a little odd and unnatural whenever I bring up matters related to the knave.
Could the knave be threatening Lady Farina or something?
If that were the case, then why wouldn't Lady Farina inform me? And what means could the knave possibly have to twist the arm of an
So maybe that's not very likely.
In reality, this problem is even more thorny than it appears. According to reports from the fortress of Meripede, Child recently disappeared under mysterious circumstances. The details are still unclear. We cannot rule out an escape, but there have also been no reports of him outside of the fortress of Meripede. Special guards oversee the fortress, and its internal systems are extensive. Combined with the special characteristics of the surrounding terrain, an escape should not be possible. I suspect that there's something else behind Child's disappearance. I was only willing to share this information with you because you are friends of Child, and it is my duty to see justice done.
So this is what you wanted to see us about before.
Yes. I would like you to go to the Fortress of Meropide and investigate. This was my proposal during our meeting with the Knave. Rather than allowing her to intervene, I offered to send someone to find out about Child's situation and report back to her in detail. The Knave did not seem satisfied by my proposal, but she still agreed to go along with it for the time being. Her words were, "We will talk more once we have that report."
So that means we bought ourselves some time.
Firstly, you're already acquainted with Child. Your eyes may discern relevant details there that others would miss. And secondly, is the consideration of the unique nature of the Fortress of Meropide.
Isn't it just Fontaine's prison?
I would not define it so crudely. The Fortress of Meropide is not affiliated with the court system of Fontaine on paper. It has always existed as an autonomous entity. Early in Fontaine's history, criminals were punished with exile, not imprisonment. Even today, sentences against convicted criminals still include exile, just as before. The Fortress of Meropide may seem like a prison, but it should in fact be regarded as a gathering place for exiles. All we do is dispatch guards to keep watch and help maintain security, but we have no right to get involved with any other matters. Although I do have a personal relationship with the administrator there, neither myself nor the courts have the right to be directly involved with the investigation, no matter how serious the grounds.
Oh, Paimon gets it now.
Correct. I will arrange false charges against you so that you may secretly investigate inside the fortress during your detention. This will save us a lot of unnecessary trouble. So, are you two willing to accept my proposal?
Yeah, no matter how you look at it, it seems we're the best choice. Alright,
You two have my sincere thanks. This matter is of critical importance to Fontaine's current situation. We will rendezvous at the Fortress of Meropide's entrance on Irenaeus once you've prepared yourselves. I will arrange for someone to take you inside.
prepared ourselves.
Perhaps you could enjoy a good meal and have a nice bath. I'm afraid that living conditions inside the fortress are nothing like those on the outside world.
Alright! Even though we'll be there on trumped-up charges, we'll be in prison for real. On second thought, is it too late to back out?
Please do not worry. Since you are sacrificing both your time and quality of life for the sake of delivering this report, you will be compensated according to the highest standards.
Now that's more like...
Are you leaving now? In that case, please take this cake. Oh, no need to thank me for it. Just be sure to enjoy it.
Paimon will have that, and that. Oh, and one of those too. A no Fontaine, thank you. That cake was pretty good. But it's now that Paimon thinks about it, we've always been but here we are, about to really...
Oh, what is that I hear? Is it...
Hey! You can't.
Oh, don't remind me. I invited an eyewitness to a case to eat here, and I was planning to get some great calm down, calm down. This is nothing new. As a journalist, you should be used to this by now. As long as you can score some juicy tidbits from the traveler, you might still be able to recover the cost of the meal.
You know we can still.
Never mind. It's nothing. I just heard you mention...
No way! We would never! We're just going there to... Oh no, Paimon almost forgot that Neuvillette told us to keep it a secret!
Huh? Oh. But now that I think about it, I suppose that's not completely unreasonable. That's pretty despicable.
You mean Paimon really did something that serious? Sorry.
Well, in that case, it's nothing particularly newsworthy after all. Oh, how... Oh, right. There's still a chance. Since you...
About that.
Oh, it's nothing difficult. All you have to do is think of a way to get some time face-to-face with the warden of the fortress. He was awarded the honorary title of Duke in Fontaine. On top of that, the Fortress of Meripede has never been under the jurisdiction of the courts. Oh, if I could write an
You make it sound easy.
Of course. I wouldn't ask you to do it for free.
All right, you got a deal.
Then it's settled. The food should be here any second, right? Huh? Wait, just how much did you order?
Paimon's so full. Well, guess we have nothing to regret now, so let's get going. Wait. Paimon just said something really ominous, didn't she?
I had no idea you could eat so much. That didn't go according to plan. Please, please, don't forget about the material for my news article.
You have come, just as promised. Yes, this is the one and only entrance to the Fortress of Meripede from Irenaeus. Careful. You may want to step back a bit.
Ooh, so you have to go down from here?
Utilizing both the barrier of the water as well as the fear humans have of the depths, the Fortress of Meripede is naturally the perfect place to confine and guard criminals. But do not worry. It is not nearly as frightening inside as you may think. You will see for yourselves once you are down there.
Paimon hopes you...
Oh, and there's one more thing. I mentioned that I have had personal dealings with the administrator of the fortress, Wriothesley. He's a very shrewd fellow.
Yeah, we heard about him.
Correct. He is the highest-ranking manager of the underwater prison. Even though you are going there to investigate at my behest, it would behoove you to avoid any confrontation with him or any of his subordinates. The Duke rarely ever leaves the Fortress of Meripede, but that does not mean he is not privy to all that is happening inside and outside the fortress. He is quiet, but not unaware, so please bear that in mind. All right, It's about all the time that we have to talk privately. I'm counting on you two.
Don't worry, we won't let.
Good.
I'm here, Monsieur Nervalet. Please follow me, you two. I'll process your paperwork for.
Are we already underwater now? Huh. So this is what it feels like to be a criminal in Fontaine.
You two seem to be taking this pretty well. It's rare to see convicts in such a good mood. Monsieur Nervalet personally requested I escort these two convicts.
Well now, aren't you the lucky one? Must be nice to be on...
Well, have you tried service with a smile?
Yeah, right. As if. Even if I did smile at them, the convicts would probably just think that I'm some
Oh, she's got a point.
Well, I've finished transferring you. You two will register here.
Yep. I'll take it from here. Okay, let me see. You are the Traveler and Paimon, correct?
That would be us.
Let me confirm your charges and sentence. Eating a cake specially prepared for the Archon by a Snezhnayan envoy without the Archon's permission, thereby incapacitating...
Huh? Wait.
Just looking at the charges, it seems you two are... And considering how fond Lady Furina is of sweets, this crime is tantamount to trying to assassinate the Hydro Archon herself. Now I've seen everything. Please stand in front of...
Oh, all right. But
And we're done. Thank you for your cooperation. Next, someone will be...
Huh? Rebirth?
You two are the new inmates, right? Follow.
Oh, okay.
Save it. Not like I'll remember your names.
So, are you...
Why should I tell you anything? What's in it for me? This is exactly why I can't stand you fish. I wouldn't even be doing this if it weren't for the credit coupons.
Credit coupon?
Alright, seeing as you're not the annoying kind that's getting dragged in here crying and blubbering, I guess I can tell you a few things. But Mora means nothing here. Here, we use credit coupons. Coupons can get you almost anything in the Fortress of Meripede. Desires? Fulfill.
So, credit coupons are a current?
It's not as simple as that. Like Moret said, everyone gets a chance at rebirth. No matter how much money or power you had before, it means nothing once you set foot inside the Fortress of Meripede. Everyone starts from the same place, and you have a chance at a new, less terrible life. I guess that's the real purpose of the coupons. They symbolize truth, and this is also exactly why so many criminals choose not to return to the outside world, even after they've served their sentence.
Oh, so that's what the Fortress of Meripede is like. Huh. Paimon was under the impression that it'd be more like a prison.
It certainly ain't all sunshine and roses here, but it's also not the worst place to be. You'd better take a good look at the scene. After being away from the sunlight for so long, even the terrifying depths of the sea start to feel like home. It just stops feeling oppressive, you know? Oh, I'm actually an inmate like you two. Welcoming newcomers is a job I've picked up to earn some extra coupons.
Why aren't you answering?
I've told you enough for free. Any more?
So all you care about is...
Almost there. It's down through here.
One with nature.
So, we're going even deeper now? Just how deep down are we?
It's like a metaphor for your previous life, isn't it?
Our lives weren't that bad. So this is the actual entrance to the fortress? Huh. It looks like there are other new arrivals, too. Oh, they sure don't look happy. Maybe we look too... Oh, right. If we're discovered, even Neuvillette might not be able to rescue us. Hey! Don't scare Paimon!
Look, I don't really know you, and I have no idea what kind of crime you committed.
Someone important?
Now's not the time to worry about that. Anyway, it's over there, so you just go on over there by yourselves.
What was that all about? Wait a second. Are there usually so many garter mechs around here? They're already onto us?
Prisoners numbers 7459 and 7560. Welcome. Oh, no need to be anxious. When I heard that you were friends of Monsieur Neuvillette.
Wait, you know about him?
The seafloor isn't as cut off from the world as you might imagine. However, I'm afraid that I know nothing more than that you are friends of the Udex. And as you can see, committing a crime means being sentenced here, even if you're friends with the chief.
The Duke! Greetings, Your Grace!
Oh, greetings, my good fellow. Well, I'm willing to imagine that the weather is as good outside the sea as you say it is. Ah, how great it would have been if only the Fortress of Meripede had been built on the coast, huh? It would have been so convenient to enjoy a nice chat in the sunshine.
My profuse apologies.
So this is the Duke.
The Traveler and Paimon, correct? Mr. Deacon here was responsible. Outstanding. Well, Deacon, I recall we discussed fate during our last work meeting, I believe that when you return to your bunk, you'll find the guards have issued some...
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Your Grace. Oh, and you too. I can't believe you gave me such praise. If you...
Well, I believe that concludes the introductions.
Yes, Your Grace. I'll take my leave.
Please, follow me. To make you feel more welcome, I'll show you around the various facilities of the fort...
He's going to personally give us a cure? Huh. No wonder Charlotte's so interested in him. He's one of those mysterious types.
There's no need to be so reserved. The label of criminal is nothing but one of many identities. And being criminally inclined here at the fortress is just one of many ways to survive.
Is it really okay for the warden to...
Well, then maybe you'll be able to carve out a name and a place for yourselves. But before you go in swinging, please remember that Now, we've arrived at a very important place. The Coupon Cafeteria. You can come here and claim one welfare meal each day.
Welfare meal?
That's right. Criminals are essential to fortress operations, so we must guarantee that they at least have the basic means to survive.
But that's not how it was. Back in the day, it cost you credit coupons just to get a cup of water here. For fish like you who just arrived with nothing, you'd have to go to work hungry until you earned enough coupons to eat. It was only after His Grace became the administrator that we got the free meal rule. Now everyone gets a square meal every day, even no-good slackers who've never picked up a wrench in their whole life.
In the Fortress of Meripede, credit coupons are the only currency, and everything must be purchased. In some sense, you could say using the coupons is a form of trade. But trade is always conducted by people. So if we want trade here to prosper, we need everyone to work hard and live their lives. If nobody could even afford a meal, then the whole fortress would be up in arms. And that would only make things more difficult. So, rather than saying that we're giving everyone a free meal here...
Your Grace's reasoning is correct, but what I said is also true. Whatever the case, hard work is rewarded here. You'd be hard-pressed to find anywhere else as fair and reasonable.
Right! Paimon sees your point. Oh, wait, no. We should have dropped our...
Let's continue this way.
Time to go.
This place is known as the Pancration Ring. Sometimes we have criminals who have more energy than they know what to do with. Their daily work alone isn't enough of an outlet for them. So, instead of leaving them to their own devices, we've provided them with this dedicated venue. This way, nobody will get involved unless they want to be.
Pancration matches? And you can earn
But I must warn you that your sentence will be extended if you fail to restrain yourself and end up seriously injuring or killing your opponent.
So, did you set this place up too?
No, actually. I just granted approval for the organizer to use this area to build the ring, and I collect a portion of the proceeds in return. Of course, the fees are also quite useful.
Oh. Do you mind?
Sure. Ensuring personal safety, maintaining the arena, and resolving any conflicts that arise. Why?
Oh, no. Paimon was just wondering if that's how you paid for everyone's welfare their meals.
A reasonable guess. I see you have a talent for entrepreneurship.
Oh, you hear that? Paimon had...
That is something you can discuss between yourselves later. Let's move on for now.
Time to go.
Your Grace, good morning.
What time indeed? Time waits for no one, so it's best to keep an eye on it.
My...
Jeez.
These are the dormitories, which is where inmates sleep. The guards will inform you where your bunk is later. In the Fortress of Meripede, criminals usually spend most of their time in either the production zone or the sleeping areas.
The production zone?
Not necessarily. Though working in the production zone is the most reliable way to earn credit coupons, if you have other skills, you can skip your shifts to earn them in other ways.
Wow. Wait, you're the manager of this place, and you just...
The fact that the Fortress of Meripede has continued operating completely autonomously is proof enough that most people are willing to work honestly and earn a stable income. As for what we produce, many of the clockwork machines seen all over Fontaine originate from our... Therefore, the Fortress of Meripede is not only a place where criminals serve their sentences, but also There's no need for me to get into specifics about the production process now. You'll... Let's move on. The tour continues over this way.
You really scared me there.
The only thing you should be seeing is the work in front of you. Stay focused. Oh? Is some...
Here. Your Grace? What are you doing in the infirmary at a time?
Not yet, unfortunately for you. But thank you for your concern, Siegeween.
Then you must...
Allow me to introduce you. This is the infirmary, and Sigewinne here is the Fortress of Meripede's head nurse.
Hello, new faces. They call me the head nurse, but I actually handle all the nurse-related work all by myself down here.
Since you seem to have some rare downtime with no patients, perhaps...
Oh, then these two must be some important...
Thank you. Your presence will be the pièce de re...
Oh, so the chore part is over?
I believe I've already covered the primary aspects of life here in the fortress. As for your work, there'll be someone else to guide you through the details. Is there anything... I seldom conduct tours, so why don't you
Well, this is our first time here. Paimon's not sure what to ask.
Then let's head back to the coupon cafeteria. Maybe...
You should at least try to be excited.
Brings a smile to my face. Yeah.
What do you think of the food? Wow, it looks delicious! Neverlet made it sound like living conditions in the Fortress of Meripede. Oh, isn't that the meal?
It actually has nothing to do with luck in this case. I had a word with Wall.
Oh, you mean the meals are random? Yes, what you get to eat depends Paimon knew it! If criminals got to eat... Excuse me, did I hear you mention Nervulette just now? He seems healthy no matter how you look at him, but he works so hard all the...
Sounds like he hasn't changed a bit. Looks like you can stop worrying so much, Siege.
Oh, that's good. But
No news is... Maybe next time I've got something to discuss with him, I can invite you to accompany us.
But isn't the Fortress of Meripede...
Well, we provide all kinds of mechanical products for official use, and some essential goods have to be obtained from the overworld, so we naturally have to stay in touch about this and that. Monsieur Nervulette's character is unimpeachable. No matter the question, you can discuss it openly and freely with him. Talking with him feels quite effortless. In light of that, I am quite willing to go out of my way to show respect and accommodate him. In fact, right now, I'm treating you two as guests invited by Monsieur Nervulette. But unfortunately, I can only do so until the end of this meal. After this, you two will just be inmates here. You're very welcome. Well, your new life awaits. Are you finished eating? Then I recommend that you return to the dormitories and rest. You have work to do tomorrow. Perhaps you were hoping to ask for some special privileges? Sorry, you'll have to use credit coupons like everyone else. It's not as comfy here as you might imagine.
Grab yourself a welfare meal.
Now that I've gotten a good look at you two, I think you're very cute. After all, heavy is the head that wears the cutesy crown. I guess I just...
Time to go.
Traveler in Paimon, right? Listen up. As new inmates, the only thing you need to worry about is what to... Your bunks are right over there. Follow me.
So this is where we'll be sleeping from now on. Oh, Paimon can't believe this! By the way, Traveler, even though the Duke didn't say it too directly, judging from what he said at the end, we are criminals, and Paimon did eat that cake. But we're actually... Is it possible that he knows we're here on a mission? Or is Paimon overthinking things? Yeah, maybe something like, "Hey, I have my eyes on you, so don't try anything fun." Yeah, you're right. And besides, so we at least need to try. You mean... Yeah, that's what Paimon was thinking too. Fortunately, based on his attitude, it looks like the Duke sees... We worked so hard to help clear Linny and Lynette's names, and yet we turn around and bam! He's in prison anyway! Oh, right! Linny and Lynette are from the House of the Hearth. They work for the Knave, so they could be here to investigate too! Huh? Oh, it looks like a magician's prop. Lenny must have... It was nice to bump into you again. What in the world? It's written like he's greeting a buddy on the street. Paimon, if you say so. Hey, you're finally awake! Well, it's Paimon's first day as a prisoner. Last night, Paimon dreamed about Hey, come on! It's just a dream!
Hey, lazy bones! What are you still doing?